start standing on your mat. And as you're standing on your mat and you find your feet on the ground, we want to rise up to the energy that's available to us. We're going to call on the highest. And as we call on the highest, tune into how do you articulate the highest. There's a Sanskrit word, nutraha, that means that we just call out to that which there is none higher, to that being that really is responsible for this mystical experience that we know as humans. And as you're standing on your 2 feet, hands come to your heart center. We're going to stand fully in our light. We're going to stand in our full potential. We're going to stand in the knowing and the trusting that our faith will guide us, that our sense of connection to something greater than our own pain, than our own troubles, than our own challenges. And we're going to call in the guidance that goes beyond the confusion and the commotion and the emotion. That's really just our energy coming together. So breathing all the way in and breathing all the way out. Breathing into the connection of your physical body. This is what the earth energy reminds us of, is that we're giving form to the benevolence of our lives as we stand in our light. And so we really tap into, in this moment, giving ourselves the authority to call on our highest guidance to direct us and navigate this journey in life in a time that is just precedes any historical component anyone on the planet has ever experienced. So we have to be leaders. And what do? We look to the heavens, and the heavens give us insight. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And let the breath remind you that you have a choice, and we're going to make those choices consciously. Big inhale in. And we're going to call on consciousness to guide us. Big exhale out. And we're going to call on the bliss of consciousness, the benevolence, the ananda, the playfulness. Big inhale in. And a big exhale out. That we can even become more aware of our grace, of our capacity to grow, to be resilient, and to rise. As you exhale, release your hands, look to the earth, open your eyes, push the feet into the earth, and then inhale, arms rise up, overhead, big deep breath in, exhale, hinge at the hips, fold all the way forward. Touch the hands into the earth. Feel the physical components, that no pain, that no contraction, that no limitation, and then invite in the knowing to expand, to really open up to more, and then exhale, bow down. And you can also just inhale and exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine, open the heart. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthening the spine, opening the heart. Exhale, bowing down. One more time. Inhale, growing long. Exhale, bowing down. Now bend the knees and touch your feet, okay? Touch your legs. Feel the reality of you. Touch your hamstrings. Touch your own buns, okay? You are responsible for you. Touch your back, and then inhale. Hands to your low back, shoulders. Inhale. You're going to roll the spine up. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Roll the spine up. Stretch the arms straight up overhead. Big inhale in, and then hinge at your hips. Bow all the way down. 3 breaths. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Open the heart. Move inward. Exhale, bow. So in the repetition that I'm doing is what we're going to be doing next month a lot of too. Exhale, bow, that we can feel the clearing. We can feel the permission to clear out what was and make room for what is and is to be. One more time. Inhale. Hug the muscles into the bones to support you. Exhale, bow down. So now, squeeze your ankles. Push them ankles. Push the feet to the floor. Bend the knees. Roll the spine up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Hands are coming by your hips. And you're going to carry that energy. What do you need to offer up? What do you need to give and hand over? And then exhale. Invite the guidance all the way into your roots. Fold to the earth. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Open the heart. Exhale, bowing all the way down. Inhale, spine grows long. Exhale, bowing down. One more time. Inhale. And what intention do you really want to connect to carry you into this connection with your highest self? Bend the knees, feet push to the earth, hands come up the side body, from the heart, big inhale in, and then exhale, hands return to your heart center. Deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Standing in your light and noticing how in that simple repetition that we get to refine and repoise ourselves for what is to be. From your heart center, inhale the arms overhead, hinge at the hips, exhale all the way to the earth. Bend the knees, left foot's gonna go back. Find the fingertips, inhale the hips, pull the hips back, and then exhale, lunge into the front knee, back knee comes to the earth. If you can, fingers stay to the earth. Inhale, stretch the heart open. And then exhale, push to your feet. Inhale, the hips pull back. Don't worry about straight legs. Feel the strength of your body. Feel the contraction. Honor the limitations. Knee comes down. Inhale, open the heart. Do not pretend that this is easy and accessible, because it is, but you're going to also feel clear that there's limitations, that there's stiffness in the body. Inhale, the hips pull back, lift up, stretch out long. Last time, I think this is number 3, it might be 4. Inhale, open the heart. Now, you're lunging forward. It's like everything I told you in the past practices to not do. Lunge forward here. Anchor your left hand all the way to the ground, but go wide. Push the hand into the earth and then pull back into you. So your right hand's pushing into the ground. Pull in. So hug the strength in. Shoulders to your back. You're going to go on a diagonal, okay? Shoulders drawn to the back. The heart and the mind are in the same line as your navel. Shoulders to the back. Then stretch the arm by your ear. This is a big stretch if you're muscularly engaging with yourself. And I think most of us know that that's my jam. If you need to, hand comes to the head to find the alignment. Make the connection through your spine. Big full breath in. And then exhale, hand to the earth. Back knee's gonna lift. Step it forward. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend both knees, elbows to the thighs, and reset. Use this as a moment to pause and regroup. Exhale, the hands to the earth, bow. Inhale, spine grows long, bend the knees, right foot goes back. Here we go. Inhale, the hips. So use your fingertips. If you need blocks, bring the earth up to meet you. Inhale, hips lift up and pull back. Exhale, lunge forward. You're on your fingertips, back knee to the earth. Inhale, open the heart. So what we're doing is we're moving in this very clear line. We're opening the hips up. We're getting the hamstrings to open up. And as you move back and forth, feel the solidity of being human, the intensity that even our experience is limited. And in that limitation, we have the contrast for our souls to evolve. Number 3, here we are. Lunge forward, draw into the belly. I feel like I did 4 on the other side, so we'll do 4 again. Lift it up, pulling back. Exhale, you're gonna lunge forward, yes. Now, if the knees pass the toes and is creating strain on your knees, pull back. But as you know, we're gonna walk the right hand wide. Hand goes all the way to the earth. Left hand comes to the knee. So what you're doing is you're lunging forward. You're feeling yourself overextended. Pull back into yourself. Make the connection to the heart. Align with the energy of the heart, your highest, and then expand from there. Arm stretches by your ear. Remember, this is a side body stretch. It's a thigh stretch. It's a twist. Core is working, all the muscles of my body are working. Big full breath in and exhale, hand to the earth. And that's something worth celebrating, that things come together for us when we need them to. Inhale, step the foot forward. Begin again. Exhale, fold over. Knees bend, elbows to your thighs. Pull that strength into the midline. Hug the outer hips in. The pubic bone and the tailbone are meeting together into that energy of the center to keep us grounded, but continue to be expansive. As your elbows are on your thighs, bring the palms together. Feel the connection, that strength. Pull the core in, shoulders to your back. Say a prayer. Come back to your intention or set one now. You always can change. You can always realign. Use that as a practice to guide your way on. Inhale, arms rise up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, return to the heart. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. From the heart, inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, all the way back down to the earth. Just carrying that guidance with us. Planting the seeds into the darkness of the moment. Bend the knees, all the way back, downward dog. Ground into the hands. Feel the strength of your being. And be the being you are. Be in that awareness and that conversation that it's enough. That just being on your mat, showing up, the willingness to show up is so powerful. 2 more breaths here. And then inhale, come forward into a plank pose. From this plank pose, we're going to hold it for a minute. Well, not exactly 60 seconds, although it may feel like 60 seconds. Give a little bend to your elbows. Get the shoulders to the back, and then push the ground away. Keep the thighs lifting. Hug the outer hips towards your tail, and stretch through the crown of the head. Heels are moving back, right? Crown of the head, and you can just rock back and forth. Stay super steady, or that didn't make any sense, did it? Rock back and forth, or stay super steady. Full breath in, and then exhale. Knees come to the ground, elbows bend, chin, then the chest. Stretch it all the way back, feet point back, hands go wide, elbows lift. Inhale, curl the heart up, gecko cobra. So elbows are lifted, shoulders are drawing in, belly is lifting, head is free. Exhale, bow all the way down. Hands are going to reach down by your hips, shoulders to your back. Relax the neck and jaw. Inhale, rise up. Big full breath in. Exhale, bow down. Hands come under the shoulders, shoulders to your back. Inhale, cobra. And then as you exhale, soften. Elbows hug in, shoulders to your back. Lift through the belly, open the heart. Push through your hands, tuck the toes, move all the way back, downward dog. We're gonna do that 3 more times, that exact same flow, and just feel the solidity of making the connection in your being, get in your body, so you can know your light and allow it to guide your way on. That's the idea. That's the total simplest concept that we can come to every day. Inhale, plank. Hug into the midline. Feel the strength, the steadiness, the connection. Breathe into it. Know that you have what it takes to navigate this journey. I feel like we're on the longest plane ride of our life, and there's crazy turbulence, and I'm sorry if that's a trigger for you. I had an experience of a crazy plane ride where there was crazy turbulence, where the power of mantra saved my life, and knowing that we would make it, and we did. Knees come to the ground, chin and chest, shoulders to your back. Lift your legs. So we're gonna keep the heart grounded, and you stretch your legs out. Feet point back, hands go wide. I have a hair in my mouth. Isn't that fun? Ugh. Hands go wide. Find your fingertips. Elbows lift. Shoulders to your back. Relax the neck and jaw. Inhale, curl up. Gecko Cobra. Exhale, bow all the way down. Hands go by your sides, palms are down, wrists are light, elbows are bent, shoulder blades draw up and into the heart so that the heart can then climb forward. When the heart moves forward, the shoulder blades will draw down. Don't close it off because then you're going to cramp your style. Inhale, lift the hands, the heart, the legs, it all rises up, Shalabhasana. Exhale, hands come under the shoulders, feet ground. Push into the earth with your feet as well as your hands. Just push down into the ground, shoulders to the back. Inhale, Bhujangasana. So as you rise up, then soften down. Make a stronger connection. Inhale, lift up, toes tuck, and move back. Downward dog. Check in with how you're placing yourself. If you're going to stand in your light, you have to show up for it and be willing to acknowledge and embrace the parts and the pieces that aren't coming together, and then you just adjust. You can have a meltdown in between. We're human. And just because we're grown-ups doesn't mean we've grown out of meltdowns. Have a meltdown, you'll clear out. Inhale, come forward into a plank pose. It's just not fun when you're in the meltdown, okay? Hug in, draw into the belly, but all your patterns and all your stuff shows up, and so you just bring it to the light. That's all we're doing. The moon in its cycle always goes back to the light, always goes back to the light. And then its journey, its highest point, is a great reflection of that light, of that great consciousness. One more breath in, and then exhale, knees to the ground, chin and chest. So ground the heart, extend the roots all the way out to your feet. Expand the container to receive more of your own brilliance. Elbows lift up, shoulders to your back. Inhale, curl the heart up. Exhale it back to the ground. Hands by your side, shoulders to your back. Inhale, rise up, Shalabhasana. Exhale, bow down. Hands under your shoulders. Just feel the ground beneath you as you connect into it. Shoulders drawn to the back. Inhale, rise up. And then lift through the core. Toes tuck. Downward dog. Big inhale in. Big exhale out. And then slowly, little steps. Just find baby steps carrying you forward to where you're headed. Shift the weight in your hands. Relax the neck. Bend the knees. And feel each step of the way the ground is there. Find the feet. Connect the whole body, mind, heart, and the soul. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bow down. Bend the knees. Elbows to your thighs, palms together, hug into that midline. Relax through the neck and jaw. Feel connected to your breath. Hands to your heart, shoulders drawn to your back, and feel all that energy coming together. Inhale, rise all the way up. Stretch the arms up high. Stand in that light, breathe into it. Hands stay overhead, clear through the neck, connect the core, lengthen through the spine. Deep inhale in, deep exhale out. Return the hands to your heart. Actually, bring the hands to the center of your forehead. Feel just the tiniest pressure on your head. Let the head lean back, just a little bit. You're not going to fall. Just lean back. Feel yourself realigning, reconnecting. That charge, that connection. 3 breaths here. You are the governor of your heart, of your soul. There is so much energy there to support you, and so we're given this permission to tap into it and allow for it.
the organic energy of the heavens came together to create us, to create this moment. And in that, we choose to call on the highest to guide us. That we can see that there's love all around us, and it's that same love that's within us. And that will guide us forward one step at a time. From your heart center, inhale the arms up overhead, big gracious breath in. Exhale, hinge at the hips, all the way back down to the earth. We know we're human, we know we're gonna lose the path, and we're gonna feel along the way. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, and feel the shift. Bend the knees, left foot goes back, and we're gonna quarter turn. Okay, I'm gonna be a little traditional for a moment. Quarter turn, feet go wide, push the feet into the earth, and as the feet are pushing into the earth, get the quads to fire up, belly fires up. You can bring your hands to your hips. Make sure your calves are pushing forward. Don't push the knees back, okay? It's just gonna hyperextend. So get heavy into the ball of the big toe mound. Get the calves fired up, quads are fired up, hands to your heart. Inhale, come all the way up. Okay, excuse my pause. My phone is dying. But I can take care of that. Okay, so you're in a wide-legged forward bend, right? That was so fun, technology. Okay, wide-legged forward bend. Actually, you're no longer folding forward. Hands to your heart. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience in this new world. Push your feet, hug into the midline, shoulders to your back, and stand. So now our stance is wider. We're realizing we have actually more solid ground to step into to hold us in this moment of transitioning. And in the transitioning, we can stay steady with our intention of the great heart. Inhale the arms wide, turn the left foot out. We're gonna break some rules. Turn the left foot out, lunge into the left knee. You're gonna lift up, hand to the leg or the rib cage, but don't drop. Don't lose this greater connection you've cultivated to give room for the heart to speak. Lift up, reach back, lunge a little bit deeper if you can. Now watch, I'm already noticing my alignment disappeared. It feels good, almost feels too good. Not so much that's wrong, but I'm like, why is this easy? And from that ease, that is the insight to go, oh, it's not so much easy, it's just, I don't have to effort in staying connected to my truth, which is a whole other conversation, so I'm gonna stop there. And then inhale, come back, warrior two. Hands, interlace, rest on your heart, elbows wide, shoulders to your back, lunge deeper. This is gonna feel really intense, so breathe with me. Don't get heavy, but feel anchored. You have more of a foundation to draw energy from to support you and draw that energy all the way into your heart. Keep breathing. Elbows are wide, shoulders are drawn to the back. We're not splaring the heart all out. We're just here. And then inhale, straighten the leg. Turn the foot in. Inhale, arms go wide, big full breath in. A little bit in your knees so the thighs can move back. Hinge at the hips, fold, bow completely. Relax it. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Heart opens. Exhale, fold. Now, some of you are so brilliant, you're wondering if we're going to do this 3 times. Inhale, rise up. Arms go wide. Right foot turns out. So connect to the alignment, to the ground. What are you standing on? What energy are you drawing in to your awareness, to the way you're bearing witness? Lunge into it, warrior two. Knee tracks in the same direction as your foot. Draw into the center of you, lift up, reach back. So in that idea that you have authority, you get to determine how you practice, is the same as you get to determine how you show up in your life. And I get it, when those tidal waves come through, it's hard.
but we just keep restoring the faith, and we can always begin again. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms go wide. Find warrior two. You'll notice I'm not thigh parallel. It would kill my hip right now. But I'm connecting to this back leg, this back sideline, hands interlace, thumbs come up, shoulders to your back. And as you're connected to that core and lunging, gaze over the right, like the right periphery. Turn to it, breathe with it. Our hearts are coming alive. Our souls are coming alive. And in everybody's heart is this amazing jewel, and is this amazing gem of a gift, of an offering that Spirit has chosen to incarnate in our being, in our body, to bring it forward. And there's so much guidance helping us. Inhale, straighten the leg. Arms go wide. Both feet turn in. Hinge at the hips. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Little bend in your knees. Grounded in your feet. You guys feel your legs, I'm sure. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms go wide. Left foot turns out. Lunge. Inhale, lift up. Reach back. Feel the connection into your center. Drawing in, lifting up, reaching back. Inhale all the way through. This time, elbow to your thigh. Check in. Where have you been? How can that guide you? Shoulders to your back. Feel the connection to your core. We don't want to just be all dumped out and splayed. I could go deep, right? But the energetic line is so disconnected. So if I pull in, if I make the connection to my truth, it becomes a much stronger practice because we're practicing with integrity. Ribs drawn, shoulders drawn to the back, open up. It's not this big, long, juicy stretch, but I'm strengthening and clearing energy all at the same time. Exhale out completely. Hands gonna circle down. Inhale, that lightning bolt mudra over the heart. One big breath in, one big breath out. Gaze over to the left, out the horizon, and then inhale, straighten the leg, turn the left foot in. Inhale, arms go wide. Exhale, bow down. Fold all the way forward. Relax the neck and jaw. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Push into the earth. Hands to your heart. Inhale, all the way up. Arms go wide. Right foot turns out. Bend the right knee. Here we are. Warrior two. Check in. Lift up. Reach back. So feel this gesture of pulling the rib cage in and up as you're reaching. You can do whatever you want to with the arm, but pull in and up, reaching. You're still lunging. You're creating so much space. That's why it feels so good. Inhale, back through the center, elbow to the thigh. Pause here. Connect to that energy. What are you invoking? What are you calling in? What are you allowing yourself to receive? Inhale the arm by your ear. Stay true to your breath and feel where the head is. When we get all caught up in the mental thoughts, we get caught up in a false reality, okay? So what we want to do is actually lean back, bring that clear alignment, crown, upper palate, heart, diaphragm, pelvic floor, and expand from there. Because that center axis is your own place that you can orient and expand and engage. And, you know, just like the earth continues to spin, we can continue to live. Inhale, rise all the way up. Humanity, that is. Big breath in. Big breath out. Oops. Sorry. Have to stay here another breath. Hands to your heart, shoulders to your back. Oh, my leg's on fire. I hope yours is too. You feel the capacity to grow strong. Inhale, hands go wide. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Relax the neck and jaw. Bend the knees. You're gonna turn to the front. I know we didn't do 3, but I think our feet need to shift. Lift the back thigh up. Move back, downward dog. Push to the hands, lengthen through the spine. Obviously, you can always transition through table pose. Please, I may not say it every time, but it's your practice. If I ever give something that resonates, come back to it. Plank, knees, chin, chest, all the way to the earth. Your choice. One of the three that we did, right? So here's how we practice having authority. Not that we're just going for the quick hit, it's called fast food joy. We're going for long-term joy. And when we call in the highest, what's going to serve me best right now? Honestly, Donnie Rosana would serve me best right now, but I know that's not where everybody else is. So gecko cobra, hands by your sides or under your shoulders. Shoulders drawn to your back. Inhale, open the heart. Big deep breath in. Now if you were in gecko cobra or shalabhasana, you're going to slowly come back to the earth and push the hands to the earth, and then we'll all inhale, lift up, tuck the toes, pull back, downward dog. Baby step it, pull into the belly. Little steps. And as you find little steps, that you find yourself stepping forward. Exhale, bow down. Relax the neck and jaw. Inhale, lengthen the spine. 3 times. Exhale, fold. Remember, the moon is leading us right now, all year long. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. It's going to reflect to us early on this month of how we can really renew. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, long. Exhale, bow. Knees bend. Right foot goes back. Fun times. Find that moment and then pivot. Because we all have to know how to pivot right now. I'm so close to the wall right now. Push the feet to the ground. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arms go wide. Lengthen the spine. So now we're going to lead with the right side. Right foot turns out. Connect to the earth. Find length. Bend the right knee. Warrior 2. Full breath in. Lift up. Reach back. Reverse warrior 2. And then inhale up through the center, side angle pose, full connection. You're just moving on your center because you know your center. Now inhale, come back. Warrior 3, those hands are in the Vraja Mudra. Lift through the heart, push into the ground. Push the electricity into the earth to ground it. Inhale, the arms wide. Now we're not dropping our hips and dumping. We're pulling in, connecting, find the hand to the earth, lengthen the spine. Now, I already feel it. There's a clearness that I am tuned into that I'm over-shortening, contracting on this side, and over-expanding on this side. So what that tells me is look to the earth. Check in. Where am I at this point in the journey? And in the journey, what can I do to regroup? So for me, and you're invited to, push the feet to the ground, bend the knees, pull into the core. Now, at the same time you straighten your legs, your thighs are moving back and your outer hips are hugging in. They happen at the exact same time. Then realign the heart with the hips, what you've anchored into. Feel the shoulders to the back, open the heart, arm stretches up, and as you lean back, let the gaze be in the space where you can find the evenness and the connection, where you honor the energy that's rising up to meet you and lift you and carry you, as well as the energy that's keeping you grounded. Push into the earth. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, warrior 2, because it will feel good. And then inhale, straighten the leg. Turn the foot in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Fold forward. Big deep breath in, deep breath out. Push the feet to the ground. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms go wide. We are working our feet in such a powerful way. Turn the left foot out. Grow long. Bend, Virabhadrasana 2, where we make a 90-degree angle. Pull into that center, lengthen. So feel that energy, that charge, right? It's how plank 5. We feel the lift of our highest guidance And we also feel the anchoring into our true nature. Inhale, lift up, reach back. Elbow to your thigh, pull into the center, stretch the arm. Connect. Shoulders to your back. This bottom, I guarantee you, if it does it to me, it does it to you. Bottom arm will always pop forward. Now that we're practicing home, if you're watching this on a screen, it tells me you're practicing on your own. So you have to tap into how are you engaging? And in that engagement, how are you aligning? Are you just going for the quick hit, or are you going to give yourself permission to begin again, regroup, realign, and reaffirm what you're here for? Exhale, push the feet into the earth. Inhale, warrior two. Front leg's going to straighten. And as it straightens, so this bend in the knee will clear the energy on the earth. So then you can realign, lengthen the heart, stretch the arms wide. Again, we're not just dropping down. Feel the connection, find triangle pose. And as you find triangle, pay attention to the patterns. What are you always doing? Then regroup. And as you regroup, you're just gonna reflect, like, oh yeah, gotcha, this side's wow, wildly different than the other. And then as the legs pull into the midline, so anybody who's on your Anusara lingo, you're doing all three, muscle energy, inner spiral, outer spiral. You're doing it all at the same time. Foundation, it's all happening. Knees bend, foundation, internally, externally rotate, and then expand. And feel that connection to you. Feel how alive you are when you reawaken. And awakening to our truth can feel intense, but it has so many rewards. Big breath in, big breath out. That triangle is just one of the strongest forms. And in the moment I'm recording this, in the moment of doing this practice, there's this grand trine in the sky. And that trine is just the harmony of the triangle, that we're steady. We're gonna make it. We can handle it, but just give ourselves permission to open our hearts to that renewal. Here we go, coming back up from the earth. Ground down. It's gonna call on strength. It's gonna call on faith. Begin again. Bend the knee. Here we are. Hands interlace. Whew. Lengthen the spine. My legs are tired. Big breath in, and if mine are, yours are too, right? And then push into the earth. Inhale, straighten the leg. Both feet turn in. Exhale, fold over. And then bend the knees. We're going to turn around to the front. My back leg really needs an internal rotation. So if you feel it in the hips, you may need an external rotation or an internal rotation. So give yourself that permission to reconnect. Know your body and your being. Exhale back. Downward dog. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, plank. Feel that strength, that power, that glory, that like, oh my God, I made it. Knees and ground the heart. Chin, chest. Stretch it all the way back. Pillow to the earth. Just feel the complete pillow, because if my legs are going, whoo, then I know your alls are probably in the same company. Let the head melt. Enjoy the breath. Has anybody ever noticed how loving the earth is when we choose to rest upon her? When we consciously pause, offer up reverence, gratitude, appreciation for this wild, you gotta keep perspective. Don't get too detailed. Don't get too serious just because we've had a very physical practice. You gotta keep perspective. Bend both knees. Circle your ankles around, because my feet are talking, which my sweet friend Glow would say that I need to look where Pisces is in my chart, and I know where it is, and I know what's going on. So I'm just honoring that.
And I'm honoring that the mystic in me is coming alive and really excited to share how the mystic in you can also come alive. Bring the hands back to your feet. Okay, so your knees may not bend like this. You're human. You walk on your 2 feet. And a lot of us walk on our 2 feet. I'm not saying if you have knee issues, because I do, that you're not connected to your feet. But our knees take a beating, so don't push yourself here. Anybody, whenever you're doing yoga, even if you're like, I can find my feet every time, I'm good, but you're ignoring the pain in your knee, then switch it up. Sometimes your knees have to go wider to find your feet, okay? Way easier for me right here. Or sometimes you just bear with the journey, the steps you've taken to get to this moment, and celebrate that you're in this moment, that you are resilient. So thighs are parallel, shoulders come to the back, hug the shoulders in, lift through the belly, inhale, we're doing 3 of these. Inhale, stretch the heart open, stretch to the roof of the mouth. Exhale, soften down. You'll notice I'm holding on to my ankles for more muscular engagement because I need container right now in a big way. I need to feel the container of my body and the strength of my being. Exhale, bow down. You may need to hold the tops of your feet and allow for the body to heal. Inhale, stretch the heart open, lengthen the spine. I just know that my system can get frazzled, and so I need the container. Melt all the way down. Pillow the hands again, come all the way to the earth. Gracious breath in. Gracious breath out. Inhale, you're gonna lift your head. I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna ultimately move to the wall, okay? So if you are like, yes, I need the wall, then go for the wall. If you're like, I don't wanna move, I like where I am, I'm so grounded, I don't wanna go anywhere. Then you can do shoulder stand or you can do bridge pose, but I just want to make sure that if you do bridge pose, that you don't try to take one foot up. We want to really feel this connection of the feet coming up at the same time. So shoulder stand, no headstand. If you're a headstand practitioner, no headstand right now. But we want to be in a cooling place. We want to be in a calming space right now. So you're going to inhale, hands under your shoulders, shoulders to your back. Inhale, curl the heart out. We're not there yet. Tuck your toes. I'm just giving you a heads up, right? That journey's coming. Lift your hips, move up and back, downward dog. And in this journey, you're like, oh, okay, I know where I'm going. What is it that I want to do? I really don't like moving my mat when I'm in a practice. It really disrupts the flow, and especially right now in my life, I get interrupted so much. So even today, the heavens interrupted us with death, with a dying battery. Right? So we just recharge. That's it. Exhale, fold over. We let go of that need to make it all perfect, which I'm telling you right now, I work on every day. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bow down. See, I'm setting you up. Okay? Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. And if you can make this a commitment to the next 9 months of really setting up and discovering when is the best way to tap into my mystical essence, my spiritual essence, when is the best time for me to listen to that heavenly guidance. And you can experiment in the next 9 months so that you really feel through that journey a solidification. Bend the knees. That 9 months from now, I'll be like, here we go. Push the feet to the earth. You're going to roll the spine up. Remember like we did in the beginning. From your hips. Inhale, offer it all up. Arms overhead. Now, if you're going to go for shoulder stand, you're going to exhale all the way back down to the earth. Move through a squat. Sit. Come lying down. And then shoulder stand, plow pose. Shoulder stand, plow pose. Shoulder stand, plow pose. All the way back to the earth. If you prefer the wall. 1 more breath here. All we're going to do at the wall is legs at the wall. Exhale, let the head bow. Notice how fully you can stand in your light. And that inner light is being reflected back to us in so many ways. That great light, that great consciousness shows up in so many symbols and signs in our life that we open ourselves to receiving them. The fingers tip forward if you're still standing, palms open. Open your eyes, looking into the gift of your own two hands and all of that you can create in this lifetime. If you're going to the wall, you're going to find that wall, move the mat, okay? And then once you find the wall, you're going to come seated. You're going to lean back and swing your legs up the wall. Huh, wow. Major insight that just happened, which is really crazy. It's something that's been coming all day long. So it's just you got to be willing to open yourself up so that all those symbols and signs that the divine offers us, like one of my meditation teachers, Paul Muller-Ortega, he was like, it's the cosmic secretary handing us notes and messages all the time. So we can choose the message or we can choose to ignore it. So here we are. Let the knees bend, let the hips settle, shoulders relax. Just sweet Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. Now if you're doing shoulder stand, don't power up on me. Feel all that fuel we cultivated to let the inversion be easeful. And that easefulness means that you're working from that fulfillment of connecting, and you're finding ease through restoring. So if you're really working in that very muscular way of shoulder stand and plow pose, you lose the opportunity that the container we created was so that we could come to the point to feel renewed. So tune in to what's going on. Legs up the wall is the great place to come in, and the head relaxes, the jaw. There's blood flowing to the brain, calming the mind, right? When you do headstand, it's the king of poses, right? It's great to do during fire season, or if you feel like you have zero fire in your life. But you want the head to relax. We want the cooling. Shoulder stand, and this is the royal pose. This is the pose that holds the most benefits, Viparita Karani. Headstand is king, the royal king pose, and shoulder stand is the queen. And yes, we will be honoring the divine feminine so much. But for now, we just come to our royalty. And we breathe, and we allow. If you've done shoulder stand and plow pose over and over again, please come into Shavasana. Sorry, sometimes I go into other places and other lands. Maybe you intuitively trusted that. If you're with legs up the wall, just stay there. Keep breathing. From that plow pose to shoulder stand, you'll slowly come to the earth. So when you come to the earth, just let the heart open. Really let all that energy settle you and calm you. Feeling your breath. If you went from shoulder stand into Shavasana, or if you had to go rogue for a minute, come to Shavasana, stay there. If your legs are up the wall, we're gonna be here for 5 more breaths. And we're gonna then roll over to the side and come seated. If you're in Shavasana, I will guide us through just a little awareness practice. And you can stay in Shavasana for it, okay? With that 5th breath, if you're using the wall, slowly bend the knees. Or slowly make your way to seated. If you're in Shavasana, stay with it. We'll come seated. Feel supported. So if you're lying on the ground, come back to that support of the earth. Once you've bent your knees and rolled over to the side and come seated, feel yourself vertical again. Use the wall for support. So we did so much to ground. We want the back body to really feel the support right now. Let your hands be where they need to be. No matter where you are, find the position that serves you. Feel the connection to your breath, to the earth beneath you, the skies above you, and you just as you are right here in the center. Big inhale in and a big exhale out. And then you're going to breathe into your heart. What I want you to do is think of breathing and sweeping in the back of the heart, the front of the heart, the side, the sides, the bottom, like towards the feet and towards the heavens. So it's a big sphere of energy around the heart. And just inhale, sweep through. Welcome in that great light, sweeping through, clearing out. And then as you exhale, whatever direction the earth is, just let it flow down and out. Really simple, just inhale into the abundance of the heart, to the resources of our highest, becoming more and more accessible, inhaling in front of you, behind you, to either side you, below you, and above you. Sweep all the way through, and then exhale. And just let it wash through, down towards the earth. 3 more times, just inhaling, pouring in that great divine diamond white light. Just cleaning the energy of our sacred space, our most sacred space within ourselves. Feeling the royalty, the abundance, the joy, the divinity that's alive within us. And then exhale, let it fold out. Next 2 breaths on your own. the sphere of energy you've connected to around the heart to expand just beyond your physical self. So behind the back, either side, above you, below you, in all directions.
What's the ISS?
I have no idea. If you know what the ISS is, let me know. And feel, you just gotta take it as a sign, and feel this sphere of energy around you. And it's really, I think that's the universe. Include that sphere of energy around those you love, or those you know are so hungry for love and healing. And then just breathe in that space. And know that you can connect to this energy at any time. It's always been there. We're just awakening it, pulling it out of the darkness so that it can illuminate our path. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Just as you are just enough. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Just as you are, you hold all the energy that you're hungry for, especially when you slow down and connect to realign with it and nourish yourself. Just as you are, breathe all the way in, into the entirety of you. The parts and the pieces that still hurt and are still confused, and the parts and pieces of you that have aligned in a way to affirm your truth. Exhale all the way out. If you're on the earth, you're going to bend your knees and roll over to one side and join the rest of us seated. If you're seated, we'll all just find our way so that when we're in that upright position, that the hands come in front of the center of the forehead. I mentioned an amazing meditation teacher, Paul Muller-Ortega, who truly channels the divine in such an amazing and masculine way, and has this ability to also tap into the feminine. And for him, we're just going to finish our practice to celebrate that great ocean of compassion that we are all navigating through right now, and that we hold this vision to be victorious, and we celebrate the triumph of our own hearts and our own journeys and our individual light and collective light. So Jaya Jaya Karuna Be Shri Mahadeva Shambho. So we honor that great, beautiful divine energy that is guiding us and taking form in us, so we can delight in the beauty that's available. Bring the hands down in front of your own heart. Allow the head to bow. Allow the fingertips to tip forward. Allow the imperfections be the perfect pureness of your own heart. We are human, and so we welcome our human journey. We welcome this journey of Earth School that holds so many bumps and tidal waves and challenges, knowing the light that's within us and guiding our way on. Let the palms open and receive that energy of your hands and all that you're creating with this light and with this life, from my heart to yours, and so it is. We begin again. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Being here live or being here in a recording. I will continue to be live in this space of Mindfully You. As long as Facebook doesn't censor us or do some crazy things. And at the same time, it's done crazy things and it's allowed us to connect. So holding that vision that we can continue to connect in whatever way we need to connect, and that we can continue to connect to our highest self in that journey of our highest, and know that we can receive the signs and the symbols. And obviously, I'm going to continue to put all of this in the Mindfully You YouTube space. So wherever you are, if it supports you and serves you, like it, share it, however it is. I thank you all so much, so much. It's such a joy to share this energy that moves through me, and hopefully it moves the energy to come alive in you as well.